Okay, this is Cedra Vitale, immigration attorney in private practice in the Boston area, and I have reached what I think is the last cable that I need to look at today, which was a Department of State cable issued on March 17, 2017, retracting some of the instructions having to do with enhanced vetting made in the Department of State cable of March 15, 2017, to which, yet again, I think to myself, Jesus Christ, this is so chaotic. You guys don't know what you're doing. I mean, it's really obvious. You shouldn't be retracting stuff within 2 days, setting out instructions and then having to take it back because the Office of Management and Budget told you that you weren't allowed to ask these specific questions that you set forth about, you know, email and social media user handles and things like that. Not exclusively that, but like the list of questions put forth in the Department of State cable of March 15 is explicitly retracted in the Department of State cable of March 17 and replaced with a more case-by-case, the adjudicating officer should ask whatever questions they consider necessary to try and figure out whether the person, is problematic, and they should not shy away from rejecting the application, and they shouldn't shy away from requesting a more in-depth scrutiny of the person's background. And there's, there's a form that you fill out, basically. There's a thing that you do in order to request that kind of thing. So that's what's going on with this Department of State cable dated March 17, 2017. So it's got a lot of the same boilerplate language at the top, referencing the executive order of March 6, 2017, reminding consular chiefs that they need to convene with their internal intelligence and law enforcement contacts to develop criteria for identifying people who should be subject to enhanced vetting, but then changing the language of, so how do you actually do enhanced vetting? And that's about it, because it says that the department basically is waiting for approval from the Office of Management and Budget for asking certain specific questions. So basically, it's not that you can't maybe ask them, it's that you can't ask them automatically is probably the difference here. But it's kind of hard to tell reading between the lines. And then there's more explicit reference to Daesh, also known as Islamic State, in this cable. That if this person has been in a territory, lived in a territory that was controlled by them and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. Interview guidelines. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's really the basics of that particular cable. And that seems to be sort of where things stand. I haven't heard about anything being published in the subsequent, 10 days. But I'm sure there'll be more. And I'll try and explain it in English to you.